there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. You are tuned into episode 2 of I'm Building a Brand. So it's been about 3 days since my initial video where I shared with the world that I am building a brand, and I thought episode 2 would be a really good opportunity to talk about some things that have gone well, some things that have surprised me along the way so far, and I figured we would make a candle while we do it. So join me, stick around, leave, I don't know, but we're about to make a candle. Let's go. In a little bit closer, in an effort to keep this video pretty short, I did a few things off camera. So I have already pre-wicked. We're actually making 2 candles today. So I've pre-wicked both of my containers. I use 16-ounce containers and I use 3 wicks. It just ends up being the best method for this particular size container. In order to fill up my 2 16-ounce containers, I'm gonna need 1.5 pounds of wax. The particular wax that I'm using, I don't know if I'll continue to use, but I'm currently using Hearts and Crafts. They are a company based out of, New York, but the wax comes from China. So do with that information what you please. So right now I'm just going to put in 1.5 pounds of wax. I do my measurements, and for my wax I do my measurements in pounds. And sorry guys, I forgot to put on my glove, but you will want to have on a glove when you're dealing with your wax and when you're dealing with your fragrance oils. So 1.5 pounds goes in here, and once I get my 1.5 pounds here, I'm just gonna take this over to my double boiler method. Some people use a Presto pot, some people use a hot plate. Some people use a hot plate, but I'm just very homemade, so I'm just gonna be using a double boiler method. So basically you would just fill a pot up with about 2 to 3 inches of water, and then you would set this in here to avoid direct heat. Sorry guys, my scale is being temperamental, but we finally got it. Hopefully it still looks like that for you guys. Oh no, it's moving some. Okay, so you might not be able to see it, but we're at 1.5 pounds. So I'm just gonna take this over to my double boiler method, and I'll be right back. The candle that we're making actually isn't from my signature line. The candle that we're making is something that a friend wanted. She wanted like a watermelon lemonade candle. So I just got these scents from Candle Science. I got watermelon, and then they didn't really have a lemon, so I got citrus agave. So hopefully these will be what she needs. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see me. I just took off the wax from the double boiler method. I also added my scents, my fragrance oil. I have been testing pushing the fragrance load. Usually the recommendation is 1 ounce to 1 pound of wax, and I have been pushing it by 1/2 ounce. So there is 2 ounces of fragrance oil in here instead of the recommended 1.5 ounces. The flaw in that is that fragrance load is real, and wax can only hold so much fragrance oil. So if the wax doesn't take it, it's just gonna sit there in your candle. I've been experimenting with that. For some reason with those candles, I have been getting sinkholes, and I haven't really been able to get that smooth top. They're not done curing yet, so I haven't quite tested out the burn of those candles to see if there's any better scent payoff. But I decided I would go ahead and push it with these candles as well. So earlier in the video, I said that I wanted to share like some updates, some things that I'm learning along the way, and also some things that caught me by surprise. So now that my candle is cooling, it's at 137 degrees Fahrenheit. I usually like to pour my candles at 135. So I got a few minutes. First thing that I learned is that, and please hear me good, the first thing that I'm realizing is that the people who you think are going to support you in your endeavors are not going to support you in your endeavors. And you can take that and fill in the blanks however you want to. I will say that I was on the phone with my friend Brandon, and I was telling him how disappointed I was because nobody had signed up for the giveaway. I'm like, these are free candles, free full size at that. I'm not even giving away my sample sizes. Like, I'm giving away free full size 3-wick candles, and nobody signed up for them. And he was like, man, your friends didn't even sign up for the giveaway? And I was like, no. And of course he hit me with the, well, damn, you might need some new friends. Don't let that get to you. When friends don't like your posts, when friends don't enter your giveaways, when friends don't, hype you up or hype your product up, don't take that shit personal. You dust that shit off and you move the fuck on. One thing I will say is that you have to find like-minded people with you. You're probably going to get your support in surprising places. So crazy as it sounds, most of my followers on the new Instagram page are other candle makers. And we don't see any competition. I look at their candle jars and I'm like, oh, that's cute, that's creative. It gives me ideas, but I'm not trying to bite anybody's style. I legit just want to make good smelling candles. I would like to continue to do it with 3 wicks. I may never go over to glass jars. I might, but I get inspiration and I get support from like-minded people. The second thing that I realized is that it's going to be important to me, just me in general, it's going to be important to me personally to make sure that as I push my brand, I also take the opportunity to push other brands, especially Black-owned brands. I make no apologies for that. I'm not going to make any apologies for that. So one of the things I did is I changed my label maker. I used to use Avery for my labels, and I just made my first order with a Black-owned company that creates labels. I believe she's either Product Label Queen or Label Product Queen, but I will make sure that I link her Instagram in the description box. So it's really going to be important to me that as New Flame Candle Co. continues to grow, that I take some other companies along with me, or I push some other small brands with me as well. The third thing I learned is just to continue to have fun with it. Be true to yourself, be true to your brand, support your own self, support your own endeavors. Now let's pour some candles. I think it's time. I'm pretty sure I talked enough. And I don't know if I'm still in the frame, so. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a nice stir. I'm just gonna check the temperature. And I've been sitting here rambling, so I'm definitely past 135, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys can see this. I pour to my little lip, or there's like a little indentation in my containers, so I pour to that. So I'm just gonna pour this, and it smells deliciosos. Let's just teeter between the two. Once I fill them up to the lip, I kind of just teeter. You can save some of your wax, but I'm hoping I don't get sinkholes. I'll probably come back tomorrow and show you guys how they set up. I won't lie, if they didn't set up smooth, then I will show you guys that, but I'll also show you how I fix it because I did push the fragrance load. I am expecting it to be a little uneven, maybe have a few little pockets, but it should be okay. Hey guys, so as promised, I came back down and they're not fully cured, but if you can see right there, we've got a little sinkhole there. And then we also have a nice sinkhole there. So while I did say that I would show you guys how I'm gonna fix it, it's super duper easy, and I kind of just really want to finish putting up this video so I can post it tomorrow. So what I will do tomorrow is I'm gonna take a blow dryer and I'm just gonna go over both of these candles with the blow dryer and remelt down a good even first layer of wax. And then it's gonna reset and it is gonna fill in these sinkholes. So it did happen. I was kind of expecting it because I did push the fragrance load. But yeah, so this is how the candles are looking right now. And then I'm gonna just fix the sinkhole and they'll be ready for testing.